about Keanu Reeves. So first, I'm just going to give you a little background about him. He's a Canadian actor, director, producer, and musician. He's in a lot of movies you guys probably know about. John Wick, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, one of his first ones, and The Matrix. Do you guys know who that is? Raise your hand. Alright, sweet. My credibility is probably just, I've been a fan for a really long time, so I just like to learn new stuff about him. So on to his early life, it's pretty rough. He did not have an easy life. He was born in Lebanon on September 2nd, 1964. His father was Hawaiian, so they named him Keanu. It means cool breeze over the mountains. And taking him to his father, his father left him when he was 3 years old because he was a heroin addict and had to go to prison. So him and his mom split up, and that led him to have 4 different stepdads throughout his life. Whenever his mom got remarried for the second time, they moved to Canada, and that's where he got his residency, and he grew up there. At 17, he dropped out of school because he was dyslexic, and it was really hard for him to learn. And he wanted to just focus on acting because that was something he was really good at. Moving on to his adult life, it was pretty rough on him. He had a lot of deaths in his life. So the first one was his best friend his best friend River Phoenix. They were really good friends. They met on his movie called My Private Idaho. They hung out all the time, and River ended up dying of like an overdose at some party when he was 23. Probably the hardest death that he had to deal with was his daughter. His girlfriend, Jennifer Syme, got pregnant, and right after she had her baby, it was stillborn. Her name was Ava Archer Syme Reeves, and that was just like really hard on him. I saw a lot of pictures of the funeral, and it was just really hard on everyone. 18 months after that, him and Jennifer broke up after the birth of their child. So 18 months, Jennifer ends up getting in a car crash after a party at Marilyn Manson's house. She got a drug overdose because that's what they all did over at that guy's house, and wrapped her car around a tree, and she died. And then in the early 2000s, he finds out that his favorite sister got leukemia. And so that led him to actually start a whole bunch of charities. None of them have his name affiliated with it, but he has a lot of charities for cancer patients. Moving on to his career, it was a lot of years of noble work. He started acting at 15 in Canada, and the media made him look like a rebellious teen after he did his first movie that made him like really famous, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. He didn't like that title for himself, so he took some more serious roles like My Private Idaho that he did with his friend, and it made him look more like a serious actor, which he really liked. He's known for his nobility and will take pay cuts for a movie if he needs to. One of the movies he was in with Al Pacino, he had to take a pay cut for that because he cares more about the movie and the audience than he does about the money, because he said in an interview once that he's made enough money in his life that he cares more about the movies now. And most recently, he's known for the sad Keanu meme. When he was asked about that, he just laughed because he didn't even know what a meme was until this one came up, and he thought it was funny. So, my conclusion, the early life and background of Keanu Reeves was not an easy one. He had a lot of hardships. Keanu Reeves' tragic adult life was full of death, which only made him a stronger person. And the career of Keanu Reeves has many years of noble work. He really loves his job, and you can tell because he focuses on his acting more than anything.